Hey everyone, this is Big Benedict. I'm covering God of War Ascension on Titan difficulty mode. To unlock Titan, what you're going to have to do is, I believe that you defeat any of the lower tier of difficulties. So what I did, and in a moment you'll see that I have another profile on here on hard mode. Not too many issues on hard mode. But you do want to, if you're going to try to tackle Titan mode, you're going to definitely want to have the practice of hard mode, because you don't want to be overwhelmed when you get into a difficulty like this. So here's Kratos. He's imprisoned in the prison of the Dam. He's being tortured by these Furies here because he broke an oath to Ares. So there's actually some sexual innuendo over here by this first Fury. So the way I work is that I talk straight strategy, so my credentials also include I've defeated every God of War game on the highest difficulty setting, and I have the guides on this channel with full commentaries. So if you need help beating any of the other God of War games, definitely check out my playlists, and hopefully they'll guide you through the process of any parts you're stuck on. So this is just an introduction to the game. I didn't have to include it, but it's pretty cool. So here's some beetles here. They're going to be some of the enemies we fight in the beginning of this stage. So here's the line of dialogue that see. It looks like he's being sexually tortured too. So you're going to get slapped around a bit over here, and this introduces you to the mini games that you will be doing when you face the Gorgons. Earlier this evening, I defeated the trial of Archimedes, a very, very difficult and controversial trial. And the Gorgons are one of the enemies you face on that. And since I had done that earlier this evening, I was very familiar with how this kind of this mini game works. All you do is you dodge it first because you can't hit currently because both your hands are bound. But when her purple claws glow, or excuse me, the green claws, when their tips glow purple, then that's when you need to press the evade button. And then at this point in the battle, you can start pressing square or triangle. See how her claws are glowing? You just need to evade. It's going to come in very handy on the Gorgon mini games, which I really like. I like the introduction of those. So there's some things that I like about this game. Well, there's more things that I like about it, but some of the things I just don't agree with, and I'll be discussing them as we do each chapter. There's 30 chapters, and I'll be doing a video per chapter. That's just the way I like to work with this kind of situation. So here's the checkpoint area. I'm going to be getting every single chest in this game, every red chest, every chest that contains the Gorgon's eyes and the Phoenix feathers, and as well as every artifact. What else? I'm also going to be, if there's a note around, I'm just going to be picking that up. Those scrawled notes that you find occasionally. So up ahead. So what you want to do is you want to link onto these enemies. The grab button is the R1 button, so you got to get used to that. It's not the O button anymore. The O button is if you just do the O button, it's like a ground punch, and at melee range, it's a kick button to disarm enemies if you want their weapons. So it's pretty cool. I like that mechanic that's in this game, but I don't really like fighting these beetles. They're just not fun to face, and the easiest way to deal with them, if you don't want to take any damage, is to just grab them. But this is a great title. It's a masterpiece in my eyes. And if you don't have it and you want it, and you think it's a good game, or you're on the fence about getting this game, run, don't walk, run to the store and buy this game, because this game is fucking awesome. So anyway, up ahead we're going to have an opportunity to get a chest up here. So in this game you just press R1 one time to smash open the chests. It doesn't work that way on the healing chest and the magic chest, for the simple reason that it would just be too easy to do that in the heat of a battle, because this game likes to have you take a bit of a chance when you're getting those items in a battle. Because you can get interrupted while you open those chests, so that's the whole point of having those chests. You have to hold the R1 button for a certain amount of time before you can actually open it. Okay, so this this guy in the cell, he's going to be changed into a half man, half beetle, and now we're going to be introduced to the gameplay mechanics. So it says R1 to grapple to the enemies, and then you press the O button to throw them. You can also, when you have them grappled onto you, you can press the square and triangle button. See the rage meter on the bottom right. That's your. So you see, we cannot parry at this point in the game. And incidentally, I don't like the parry system in this game. It just feels too unnatural. The God of War 3 parry worked perfectly, in my opinion, as did the other from God of War 1 and 2. Those were all perfect. But it's not that bad. So anyway, these guys here, they're kickers, so you got to watch out. Just block their kick. You get complete iframes when you have grappled the enemy, and then you're throwing them with the O button. But it has to be when he's actually throwing them. If you're just about to throw them, then you don't get the iframes, and then you will get interrupted. When you're also linked onto them and you're hitting them with the square and triangle button, that's all interruptible. So you got to watch out for that. Make sure there's no one else around when you're doing that. So when you get your rage meter up all the way to the top of that bar on the right side, then you can start doing these strong attacks, like the triangle ×3 move. I don't think they let you do that move, but you can mimic that move by pressing, see right there? Slam them home with that powerhouse move. God of War veterans will know how to do that move. I'm not going to go into how to do it. It's not a secret. You just have to have the feel of that move down, and you can do it. So yeah, okay. So also kind of obvious thing, but when these guys have the red halo over their heads, that means that if you grab them and kill them, or excuse me, if you grab them, that means that they will die. If they have the white halo over them, that means see that right there? That means they're at about the halfway point of death, and you can grab them, and then sometimes if they're just weaklings, you'll kill them. What else to say? There's a lot of things to cover in this game, and as things occur, I will show you how to do stuff. See there? I was too far away from the enemy right there to get the sword from him. Now, if I just kicked him, you're not always guaranteed to get the weapon away from them, but you will if you do it enough times and try enough. So basically, this game really has no problems, in my opinion. It's just got some things that they changed that I disagree with, and I'll discuss what I don't agree with as the situations arise. So yeah, it's just a masterpiece. It's a great game. It's a shame it's too short, but it's probably because they implemented multiplayer, which I'll never play. Okay, so now we're linking up here. We're going to do a jump. This is where the checkpoint area is. Don't worry about searching for anything. If there's anything you need to find or look for, I will show you where it is, so don't worry about it. So here we're going to grab this chest here. You cannot kill the guys behind the jail cells to get extra orbs. I tried that. So there's a note. I'm just going to wait until the X button comes up, then just proceed. If you want to read those, just rewind and press pause. So there's a chest up here to get orbs. And then we're going to be coming on a couple battles, then the boss fight. So it's a pretty straightforward level. It's a fun level. There's a lot of really enjoyable sections in this game. But I've just been having the time of my life playing this game. So here, pick up the sword if you want to. Now, about these weapons here, they'll time out after a certain amount. So they have a duration, meaning you could save the weapon and use it whenever you want to. So here I'm just hitting them. You just press the O button to hit them with the worldly weapon that you've picked up. If you don't want the weapon, say you don't want the sword anymore, you want the javelin, what you do is you discard the weapon by pressing L1 and O, and then it will get launched into the air. Hopefully it won't go wild. Hopefully it will damage some enemies. So here I think I throw it. So see how it connected with all the enemies? That doesn't always happen. Sometimes, like I said, it'll fly wild. Anyway, so yeah, I like the sub-weapons. They're very nice and fun to use because for a lot of the elemental attacks on your weapons, they're not gonna. The magic attacks are not gonna kick in until the very last upgrade on the upgrade skill tree. It's only the fire magic attack that you can start using, like from level 2. But that's kind of far away. We're still working on, just getting to level 1.
It's time for you to meet your death.
Or no, excuse me. We are in level 1. My bad. And now we got some more bugs to fight. It's just like, couldn't they think of something a little bit better here? It's just, I don't know. I'm not complaining because this is a great game. But just remember, grab and go. Just grab these guys, and then we're going to be going to the next fight. It's a really easy fight. I didn't even take a scrap of damage, and I never go for that. I never try to get a no damage run. That's just not where my interests lie. But when I get it, it's nice to have a damage free run of it. Okay, so this boss fight is in 2 parts. The first part is definitely a lot easier than the second part, and they're broken by a checkpoint, so don't fret. Okay, so this is I forgot the guy's name. Bob? I don't know what his name is. No, it's the Hecatontris or whatever it is. My bad. It just had the name on the subtitles. Anyway, so all you need to do here is there's 2 phases here. You don't get a checkpoint, but you don't need one. All you do is stay in the middle and then dash to just evade to the left or to the right. Because here in this section, he's going to. I think all he does is he just thrusts his claws into you. So all I'm doing is staying to the middle and then evading to the right or to the left at my own discretion. It doesn't matter which way you go. Sometimes it's even worse to jump in the air. Trust me, I tried jumping because you see how the shock waves, you would think you would get damaged, but you don't. See, I didn't even get any damage taken from me. And then the midway part of the battle is when he gets subdued, and you get a free batch of hits against his chest, or what passes for his chest over here. So I got some health orbs, didn't even need them, so I'm going to keep hitting him very quickly, do a lot of cancelable attacks if I have to. Got my rage meter built up, so now I'm going to back off. And at this point of the fight, he see how he kind of leads with one of the claws. So what I like to do is stay to the left or to the right and kind of because the game is going to hit wherever you last were before you evade. So that's just always how you have to think when you're playing this game, or any game. It's just always how it works. So you see, I'm going to go to the left because he was leading with his from my perspective, it was the right side of it, his right claw. So now I'm just going to go back, see what he's doing. He's going to slash with that claw, so I went to the left because he was leading with the right claw from my perspective. And this goes really fast, and it's not difficult. You could even employ the same method that you did in the first fight, where you just kind of stay in the middle, and then you go to the left or right, depending on where he's going. But that's definitely the easier of the 2 fights. The second fight is it's just not a fight I enjoy. And I wish I knew if you got a checkpoint here. I would hope that for your guys' sake that you do get a checkpoint. I know you get a checkpoint. Obviously, you get one after and right here. So this probably took a couple dozen tries here. Some of these fights just ended in like a second because he would hit me. This first attack, the swipe that he does, you have to be in the hole here to avoid getting. Then that'll kill you. So if he swipes you, that's a kill. Normally he's going to get his claws stuck into the earth, these rocks here. So what I mainly do is just jump and continually press the triangle button to do aerial attacks because those are stronger. And then that was a really close call right there. You're going to get a lot of close calls. Sometimes you're going to be trying to dash into the hole, and the game is just going to throw you over the hole, like to the other side of where the hole is, and then you're going to get killed. So it's just one of those things where you just got to be really patient here. There's no hurry, for God's sakes. There's no hurry here. So I'm going to go into the hole. He also, if you're staying in the hole, he'll jab at you in the hole, so you got to watch out for that. And then if you're free of that, see right there, that was a really close call. I had to scoot in to cover right there. So I was in the hole, and he knew I was. So that's how intelligent this game was. It knew I was there. So here I was trying to test the intelligence of the game. I was trying to see if it would know that I was in the hole again, and it did. So you see he jabbed in the hole again, so now I'm going to just do regular attacks. So you see you don't have to jump and press triangle. When he has his arm stuck, you could even hit him just right now. He's low enough. So basically, whenever he rears up into the sky and the camera pans back, that's when you need to go in the hole. That's the basic idea behind that whole fight. So that's the end of this video. There's just a few sections more. I don't know if these QuickTime events will, if you press the wrong button, if you have to do the whole fight over again. I really hope for your guys' sake that that's not the case, but it might be the case for all I know. But I wasn't going to chance it. I'm not even that good at the QuickTime events. That's why I wanted to put the artifact, turn the activated on, the one that has the context-sensitive events 1 for you. The problem with that is that they don't let you do that until you clear the difficulty that you want to play on. So the only way I can do that is to play on hard mode, since I've cleared hard mode. When I defeat Titan mode, then I can start using the artifact that lets you win the QuickTime events, because I really don't like them, but they're streamlined a lot more in this game, and they're not as tedious. There's also a lot of these sections where you're sliding down areas. I don't like that. Had a couple of close calls here. I got damaged, I think, at one point, but it's not something that's going to kill you outright. So this is the first video of 30. I'll see you guys in the sewers, which is the next chapter.